happens all the time.
Okay.
All right.
This meeting has been, got it.
All right. Bryn Nguyen. Oh my gosh. I'm literally so excited that you're here right now in like official Awesome Art School capacity. It has been a really, really, really long time coming, and this moment is finally here. And
I know. I'm so excited. Thank you.
Thank you for like coming into our world. We are here with open arms, and I'm so excited that you're here. And I can't wait to learn from you. You have so much to offer. I'm not joking, Bryn. You have so much to offer, and you do things in a different way than I do, which is actually the biggest reason that you're here, is that no one wants another me. We want more awesome stuff that's a little different so we can learn more things. And so I'm excited for that. That's super cool. So I was wondering, since a lot of people, probably everyone here knows you from the Facebook group and your amazing art, but no one knows really the real Bryn. So do you want to just take a minute and just tell us about your family and where you live, and just kind of give us like a quick background of who you are?
A quick background.
Like a paragraph.
Paragraph. Okay. So I live in Portland, Oregon with my husband and my 7.5-year-old daughter. And I am a stay-at-home mom. I was a teacher for 5th and 6th grade for 15 years. And then when I had my daughter, I decided to stay home with her. And I minored in art in college. Really briefly, I did that. But I didn't study the human figure. I just studied observational drawing. So when my daughter got to be about preschool age, and I wanted to explore human figures and faces, particularly female faces, because I was seeing a lot of amazing things done, I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And so I just started taking classes, and here I am, basically.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. And I didn't realize you taught for that long. That's a long time. 15 years that's a long time.
From 99 to 2014.
Wow.
So,
oh, wow. That really like brought you up to the kind of recent
past. So this is kind of like second life.
Yes.
Job thing or whatever.
Bryn, take two.
Yeah, take two. Yeah. Teaching I love teaching, but it got to be very, very stressful. And I just couldn't see how I could balance a quality family life with a quality teaching career, because it just sucked all the time out of me. So I made the choice to stop that and be a mom. And then, I still have my teaching license. I could still teach if I wanted to.
Well, you are now. You're just teaching in a way cooler way. And you don't have to deal with annoying parents anymore. So I'm sure that's a nice plus.
Or all the demands. It's a hard job. Very. Burnout job. So
for sure. Yeah. My sister's a teacher, and I hear all about it. And I'm like, every day I'm like, I do not know how teachers are teachers. Like, I do not know how you do it. It seems.
And I think it got more and more stressful now than it was 20 years ago.
Oh, 100%. That's like we could have a whole different call about that. I 100%. Well, I'm happy for you that you were in a position where you could do that. I did the same thing. I quit working when I had all these babies, because I was like, this doesn't even make any sense anymore. And that's also how I fell into art as well, was like, I was home and I wanted something fun to do. So you have your teaching background, which is obviously going to be a huge asset, because that's going to come super second nature to you. And you already answered my question. I have this list of questions, and you already banged them out, which is super exciting. So, so what do you think drew you to faces? And if people are not familiar, which I will be shocked, but Bryn primarily does do faces, and they are amazing. But can you tell me why, for you, like what you enjoy about doing them still to this day?
I find them the most personally challenging yet satisfying thing to draw. I don't know. I mean, drawing a desk with a bunch of fruit on it just doesn't quite do it for me over and over and over again.
I feel the same way. Tippy, don't look at me. She's like, what did you say? I'm like, nothing. Sorry.
I'm just waiting for that pop.
I know. She's gonna kick my butt in a minute. I feel the same way. Isn't it weird? The female face.
And that was what was college classes I took were all observational, and it just, it's actually I mean, it's good for getting structure and stuff down, but it's so super boring. And I had someone ask me the other day, all you draw is female faces. Why don't you draw something different? And I'm like, because I've done different. And
right. I came from there and it was boring.
Yeah, it's not I mean, some people love that and that's their thing. But
right.
my thing, I really like face figures, female faces, male faces. Again, the structure of them, I don't get the sense of awe when I'm done with it. When I do a female face, there's like this, it's just so fun. The curves and the features and the body too, that are just so fun to draw.
Right.
That I don't get out of other types of drawing.
And
it just seems like a huge accomplishment. Like, ooh, a face, when you draw a desk or a lamp, you don't get that response.
Lamps aren't sexy with a twinkle in their lamp eye.
Flowers. I don't know.
No, I feel exactly the same way, but I am interested, but I don't assume that everyone feels the same way that I do. You know what I'm saying?
If someone has a passion for that, you go for it. But for me, that wasn't it.
Yeah, no, I feel very similarly. Although I find myself more and more drawn to drawing male faces. I feel like maybe because I've been there, done that so many times with the female faces. Now I'm almost looking to the male face like, you over there, like you need some attention, like you've been ignored for so long. And that's kind of fun. But I feel like I'm going there solo because I think everyone can agree universally that female faces are just beautiful things to draw.
Yeah. When you look at art history in general, females are drawn way more than males, it seems. I mean, there's like the David sculpture and all that stuff, but it just seems like there's so much female figures drawn and admired. So
yes, and they're
works of art.
We really are, actually. No wonder everyone draws us. And actually, so I know your style has morphed as you've taken classes from different teachers, as has mine. I actually try very definitively to stay away from having a style, like, because I really enjoy trying on different styles and changing mediums and things like that. I love your current, and this could be different if someone's watching this video 5 years from now, but currently you seem to be enjoying, this is just an outsider's perspective, looking at what you've been creating, this gorgeous mix of super accurate, realistic proportions and features, like 50% that and 50% just total whimsical, out there, beautiful, and like mashing those together, which I absolutely love. Is that something that you are going to be bringing to Awesome Art School so we can get a window into how you're doing that amazing things? Or are you prepared to part with that knowledge and share with others?
I definitely feel like this is like a really good niche for me. There's things I admire about realistic art, but I don't like the technical, it takes hours and hours and hours to do, and I don't want to do that. And then there's whimsical art that I love too, and the carefree abstract parts of that. And so to blend them together for me was like, I felt like I kind of found my space. And what's cool with it is you can do so much with that, in terms of like different media and things like that, which is what I've explained to people on Facebook too. I get bored so easily doing the same thing over and over and over. It drives me crazy. So the subscription boxes that some people see me doing is to kind of encourage that spontaneity and that variety, but still like kind of trying to incorporate my style in that as well. And working with that. And so far I'm really liking how that, because it's like a month-long box, and then I play with it, and then it's the next thing, and I'm like, I'm almost sad to see it go, but then I'm never bored. It's always a challenge for me.
Right. Well, it's exciting as an observer to see how you are handling those creations as well. So that's super, that's super cool.
I love all kinds of medium. And that's kind of my issue too, was I can get stuck in something, doing it over and over, and then I'm not very motivated to do it. kind of like those music sheet girls I was doing. I love them.
Right.
But I've done so many of them that eventually it was kind of like, okay,
another one, right? Homework.
Another one.
Yeah,
what am I going to do?
Right.
So, yeah, I'm really enjoying mixing up my mediums, trying different things, but still kind of mixing that realism with that whimsical, because the whimsical gives me that freedom to be different almost every drawing, really.
And creative.
And creative and try different things.
Right.
Yeah. But the realism is like, I like that realistic part of it.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of my own whimsical faces, to be honest.
That's so funny, right?
I mean, sometimes I really like them, like my button-eyed girls that I do with the buttons. I really like those. But when I just draw a whimsical face, I'm kind of like, yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah. Well, and there definitely is something about like seriousing it up a little bit in the face. I find the same thing when I work with a reference, and I really try to like take the time and precision, because I'm like you, I can do realism, but I do no interest in doing it all day long as my only thing, because it's hard, right? It's not easy.
No.
So if you spend all your time there and if you're not super into that, then it becomes a chore. Whereas I love your mix of doing just enough to really nail those features and then have the creativity for the rest, which I just think is magical. So,
right. And that's what I was trying to show in the grid video too, was that I tighten up with that grid and then transfer it to something else. And that's where I kind of, or even make the grid and then on the grid, change some of the features up. Like I worked with the nose in the video a little bit and, made it thinner and make the neck a little thinner.
Right. And so, I'm really excited to have you, as we're going to be seeing bits of Bryn in both the drawing club and the Mixed Media Society, because she really she's like me, where she loves both. She loves the drawing and she loves the creativity of all the other mediums and the paintings as well. So you will see her, some drawing lessons begin to appear for us in the drawing club. And then we'll also get some Bryn guest teachings in the Mixed Media Society as well. We don't have a schedule. We're going loosey-goosey because that's how Karen rolls her life anyways. And our commitment is to teaching awesome lessons for you guys and just make sure everyone is learning and having fun and trying to make art easy and accessible for all of us. But I'm really excited that you're here with us, Bryn. I think you offer I think you're a huge asset. You have a great personality. You have an awesome teaching background. Your skills are so there. So thank you for hopping on board and be willing to share your gifts with us. It's like,
I'm super excited.
Really excited.
And I was gonna, I had a thought, but Tippy.
Oh, I know. I have to like carefully reach around her because my mouse is over there. I'm like, oh, don't bite me as I reach around.
What was my thought? I don't know. I'm watching that cat.
She's terrifying. It's very distracting. I'm not gonna lie. She's like looking at my hand. I'm like, excuse me. I know. My mouse over here. Okay, now I can drive. She's sitting on my headphone wires, to be honest. So when I jostle, that's why she's like, it's just a bad situation all in all.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Bryn, thank you for being here. And just thank you.
You're welcome
for being here. We can't wait to have you. And I can't wait to watch your grid lesson because I've never actually done a grid. So I'm already learning something.
It gets faster the more you do. The first time is so painful, but then when you get through it, I explain shortcuts you can take to make it go faster. And now I can whip out a drawing like in about 30, 45 minutes with a grid. So
awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing your next one down the road. Thank you, Bryn.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Bye.